this is awesome. So Tyler's giving us a quick little behind the scenes before all the action takes off.
Yeah, so we just ran practice out here, and this is the final corner in racing. So coming around here, you want to be going straight on the exit of the corner, right? You don't want to be drifting sideways coming out. The race lane finish actually has a landing on it, and there's a gap. So if you don't make that gap, it's kind of like a trip. So it was a little aggressive. So dirt crews take care of us and shorten that gap up a little bit so we ain't tearing anything out.
Jeez, how many guys you got on the dirt crew?
A lot of them.
There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of equipment out here. They did a little practice, got to test out the race course and making their adjustments just like we do with our zones at times, so that we're ready for the big day.
Heck yeah,
super cool.
I'm excited. All right, so just left foot on the 4-link, right foot, both feet over the X.
Copy that. Now we're talking.
Just throw it over the column if you want. Sorry.
Yeah. Choose you where I throw mine. Oh, this is freaking sick.
Yeah, so like honestly, there's a lot going on. You know how it is like when you're in a race vehicle in a race setting, right? Like it's, even though it's simple in here and it's calm right now, like it becomes pure chaos.
Oh
like,
yeah, real fast.
Eventually, yeah, it's like.
Even just sitting and idling, you start to kind of feel it.
Yeah, the adrenaline starts pumping, but brake pedal, gas pedal, pretty simple, standard there. Front steering, steering wheel's off, column right there.
You ever play with your bias, or you just basically leave it?
It's a little more biased to the rear, just as it is. I leave it. I don't. If once I'm comfortable with something, I don't like to change it a whole lot. Shocks is about the only thing setup-wise that I'll.
Kind of same for us. It's like tire pressure and shocks is our main change. Yeah. Like bias, like we kind of get that dialed in the beginning of the year, and then from there it's like just shocks and tire pressure when it comes to like the track setup.
Yep. And then we got. This right here is a backup camera, so obviously when you're in here and your helmet's tied in with all the helmet restraints and everything in the seat, you can't turn your head, so it's nice to have that to be able to back up. All the EFI screen right there with all the goodies on it. Shifter down.
Are you even looking at that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You gotta keep an eye on temps.
I don't pay attention necessarily when I'm driving. There's a light here that shines very brightly when there's no oil pressure, so I know when to shut it down on that. Other than that, it's kind of, if I happen to glance at it during freestyle and I see the oil pressure dropping, then obviously
I was just gonna say, the warning light's all we ever really look for.
Right. And then, obviously all your ignition fans, all that good stuff, headlights, Gravedigger, and then this is the rear steer here. So to turn left, bump it left, turn right, bump it right. If I flip this off, that is the self-centering. So I just turn the self-centering off. So now if I turn them, it just stays. So 99% of the time, that's gonna be flipped where it is right now. And then this switch is a little broken, but there's two LED strips right here. So this one is yellow and red. So yellow, red, left, right. Left lane, maybe, oh, it's already in there. Left lane, center, right lane. So there's 3 different radio frequencies that they can shut us off with a remote, and that just ties into like all the safety stuff we were talking about earlier. Like if we get a little out of control, and it happens, we get close to any of the dumpsters. At the end of the day, dumpsters still cost money too. So it's I understand. Keeping everybody. Biggest thing is keeping everybody safe. And that's
100%.
Why that mechanism is put in.
100%. Yeah, especially with running a machine like this, safety's got to be very, very important. Right. Yeah. And then this. In, out, on, off, what is that? That is fuel. So back when we were mechanical injection, instead of now with the Holley EFI fuel injection, you would pull fuel and power on. And then it used to be a push-pull handle like that. Basically now that's does nothing. It just does nothing, Gotcha. Just don't touch it, because I know not to touch it. There you go, wow. But yeah, this truck right here. This truck right here is, you guys are spoiled on here, because this is brand new Gravedigger right here. Is it? It's got 2 weeks under it. It's only been crashed like 3 times now, so it looks only crashed 3 times in 2 weeks. I know, yeah, I know. But I have yet to get like a good freestyle going yet this year, and it's like kind of eating me up, because that's like my favorite part. I know that's like everybody's favorite part when they come to Monster Jam. That's what Gravedigger's known for, is like getting crazy. So that's it. Wow, we gotta knock it out this week. I know, 3rd time's a charm. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. And we're having a big sale on shop.forsbergracing.com. So hop on there to grab our last pieces of merch before we line up our 2025 new gear, where you have a few keychains left, some more shirts, and we have a couple of these awesome Nismo hats left in stock. So make sure to head on over shop.forsbergracing.com to grab our last pieces.
So basically both trucks will start in the middle, one facing this way, one facing that way. You'll both hit a left-hand turn into the berm. So if you're in this lane, you come through here. If you're in that lane, you go that way. You come around this pod, you snake in between them, go around that one, come all the way down this straightaway, split the gap here between these, turn the corner, and then this goes your finish to that down ramp. So it's definitely a technical driver's track for racing, and I love it. Like, it's the harder the better, right? Like, it should be hard to win racing, and it's been awesome this year. Like, it's a little different than what we've been doing past couple weeks, but it's not far off, and it's been a blast so far. So I'm excited for it.
Got a good view of here.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Very cool. This is an unexpected surprise.
Take one of these.
Got me that. Oh yeah! So we're just getting our little behind the scenes tour, and they happen to be taking out the ride truck for the local news. And Tyler's like, why don't you jump in the back? Yeah.
Oh,
you know it. Let's go.
Awesome.
So awesome! Thanks, Autumn. You're welcome.
Thanks, Autumn.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Autumn.
Trailer. My trailer. 2 trucks come in here. And 2 trucks will come in here on the smaller transport tires. They drive up on these. 1 truck goes in there, 1 truck goes there. 4 tires go up on that level. 2 tires on this rack all the way to the top, 2 tires below. So,
wow.
Everything packs in here pretty tight.
Pretty sick. So yeah, just wrapping up with Tyler. It was awesome to get this behind the scenes little view of Monster Jam and their little traveling circus. It's funny how comparable it is to Formula Drift weekend, right? It's the day before the event. They're all here. They do a quick little test, make sure the track is good, and then go through, see a lot of guys either swapping transmissions, redoing center drives, redoing some, you know, any kind of damage that the vehicles might have, down to even pressure washing, making sure they're 100% nice and clean, ready to go. So it's funny. Like, all these motorsports are all so similar, and it still puts on an amazing show. But yeah, just gotta thank Tyler and his team for allowing me to get out there and even go for a ride. I did not expect that at all. So I just thought I was gonna get a quick tour of a trailer. I'm out on the field, we're talking about the course, got to go in the truck, and got a nice little behind the scenes view of Gravedigger itself up close, got to sit in it. So what a cool day, right? So otherwise, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.
We'll